Hello everybody, what's up? How are y'all doing today? Hope you're all well. I like this music. There you go. Not sure if that was too loud or not. Sorry guys. How is everybody doing today? I've been good, Jacarius. How are you? Hey, Angel. And then who we got? Nathan, Laura, what's up? That's good. Glad you guys are good. I think we both had long weekends this weekend, right? Hope it was relaxing for all of y'all. Yeah, happy Independence Day to everyone else who lives in the States. Yeah, all my US viewers, happy Independence Day. Any fun stories from the weekend, guys? While we wait for some people to come in. Ooh, but before I do, I forgot my water. 1 second, be right back. My bad, y'all. There we go. All right. Nothing fun. I just had food at my uncle's house. Very nice. All right, sorry, a bit of chaotic in my house there. My mom was mowing the lawn, and then I had to answer the door. Then I forgot my water upstairs and a little bit flustered, but I'm here, and I'm ready to talk about GH. Alright, well, I'm already ready to get into it if y'all are. So let me know. I got all my notes popped up, and the first thing... Angel, you already said Willow, girl. Yeah. That was my reaction, too. We'll definitely get into Willow at soon. Jacarius, you ready too? Alright. Oh yeah, she definitely has something more than pregnancy. We'll talk about her. We will. Man. Alright. Well, welcome to General Hospital MV, my GH after show. Let's get into it, shall we? Before we talk about Willow, because I know y'all want to talk about Willow, we should probably just get Esme out of the way first. Usually I save the Esme stuff for last, but I want to talk about it first this time. Ever since Kevin revoked her internship at Spring Ridge, Esme has been desperately trying to find her way back into it. The first thing she does is interact with Rory, and now y'all know I have been suspicious of Rory from the jump. I always thought that Rory and Esme were kind of in on something together, but I guess after this week, I think we can put that to rest a little bit, hopefully. I mean, Esme was trying to flirt with him at the Metrocourt pool and asked if there was a way for someone at the PCPD to get her back into her internship. And Rory realized this was the perfect opportunity to try and get his hands on her phone. He offers to put his colleague's number in her phone, but Esme refuses to let him get a hold of the phone. And then in walks Trina, and she sees the two of them, and of course she's automatically suspicious as I was, and I would be too. And you know, she's like, WTF, but after Esme left, he explained the situation and explained that he put her on notice, and you know, was like, weird that you won't give me your phone like that. It's like you don't trust me or something. Man. So somehow these guys gotta get a hold of Esme's phone, because you know all the evidence is on there. Laura, you said, nah, high-risk pregnancy. I'm glad you're here, Laura, by the way. Nah, high-risk pregnancy can be that dangerous and make you faint and a lot worse. Pregnancy don't make you ghostly pale. I do think that there is something more wrong with Willow, but we'll get into that soon. Angel, you said Esme probably trying to sleep with Rory to have a backup dude for pregnancy. Oh, yeah, true. That's probably true. I didn't even think of that. Oh, man. But anyway, I still don't like Rory. He does seem to have Trina's interest at heart, though. Thank God. But I do think that Esme is going to try to get her teeth into him. I don't think it's going to work, but I think she's going to try. Jacarius, you said you're tired of the Esme storyline. Aren't we all, though? Who says it's not ectopic? Like it might not be in the womb. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously something is wrong with Willow. Because she was fainting before the pregnancy, right? So, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Trina pretty much has all of Port Charles trying to help her at this point, including TJ and Curtis and Marshall, who are working their own angle and trying to track down the guy that was handing out those burner phones, because he disappeared from the bar after that bar fight incident. And Marshall calls a musician friend who has those kind of connections. A little bit sketchy, but whatever. He actually manages to find the connection, and of course Curtis wants to go on his own, but Marshall ain't having that. I mean, I'm just glad that other people are helping Trina, because Lord knows, if it was just up to Trina and Jocelyn, we'd have another bar fight incident probably. That would look ridiculous. Yeah, Jacarius, you don't trust Rory either, hey? Rory is better to trust than Spencer. Oh yeah, let's get into Spencer's plan, y'all, because Spencer is working his own angle. Not a very good one, but here it is. He wanted to track down Esme's biological parents, mostly because she's mentioned how desperate she is to track them down. Of course, she did leave out that her father was alive and well and a notorious serial killer and that she's been working with to break Nicholas and Ava up. But that's another story. Spencer manages to tell Cameron a pretty convincing lie. He was testing out the waters to see if his story is believable. He says that he's tracked down Esme's biological mother with Victor's help and found out where she lived. That he got a DNA test done as well, and that it proves that Esme and this biological mom are related. But his game plan is to basically use that lie to convince Esme to confess to what she's done to Trina. So once he, kind of dangles that in her face, then the secret's out that Spencer never trusted her to begin with. Angel, you said Spencer's plan is trash. Yeah, it truly is. Like, it may have worked if Esme wasn't also playing Spencer and she didn't know who her biological parents are. I mean, we don't know if she knows who her mom is, but we know that she knows who her dad is. But yeah, basically he wanted to use that lie to get Esme to confess to what she did to Trina, and it's obviously not going to work. You still don't trust Rory, but Spencer's plan is whack. I still feel like Ryan is Esme's zaddy and not daddy. I mean, honestly, yeah, they're a bit messed up. She has more daddy issues than I do. Was Trina's plan any better? Yeah, was it? Really? Oh, lordy. Lordy, lordy, lordy. But yeah, the second part of the plan is even worse, guys, because, it would involve needing a DNA test to prove that there's a mother-daughter match. And basically, Spencer wants Cameron to help him get Jocelyn and Carly's matching DNA so that she can show that to Esme, or so that he can show that to Esme. And the way he's going to go about doing that is by getting Britt to help him. He actually went to her and apologized for his words, and she reluctantly agreed to help him. So, she's going to get that DNA test done. I don't know how much Britt is privy to yet. I think part of the conversation may have happened off screen. I'm not 100% on that. But she agreed to help him for some reason, so, Laura, you said, what is wrong with Spencer? Like, trying to sneak Carly and Jocelyn's DNA instead of just telling them this is my plan to trick us. No kidding, right? Like, just tell them the damn truth at this point. Like, since you're so close to telling Esme anyway, you might as well let Joss and Trina in on it by now. Now, of course, Esme happens to be at the Metrocorp pool where he's planning to meet Cameron and Jocelyn and Trina, who will be there as well. But when her plan to get Rory didn't pan out, she causes more trouble purposely for Nicholas. She sees that Nick and Ava are with Scott and trying to get their divorce papers signed. And she purposely goes up to them and is like, Nicholas, I thought you wouldn't tell her. And of course, Nicholas does manage to cover it. But Esme pulls Nick aside to ask him to pull some strings to try to get her back onto her internship in Spring Ridge. And Nicholas agrees to it because he's a dumbass. Like, I'm just so over Nicholas at this point. I don't know where his brain cells went. He's got one left. He's got one left, and it's in his pants. Spencer's gonna lose Trina completely because of his stupid... Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, he's gonna lose both Joss and Trina as friends. Yeah, you're right, Laura. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true, Angel. She did find out that Trina did, that Esme did, in fact, buy that burner phone from that guy. And then it was a matter of Marshall, TJ, and Curtis tracking down that guy again. So they're gonna find him. So, I mean, I guess it's one thing to find him. It's another thing to get proof that he sold it to her. Because he can say that, but, like, they can't just bring, like, hearsay to a court and be like, this guy... says that she bought a burner phone, and she could just lie, and I'm sure she will. Nick is getting blackmailed by a teenager. My, how the Cassidines have fallen. Oh, by the way, FYI, Nicholas and Ava did not get the divorce. Ava kind of put her foot down on that and says, it's a great gesture, but it is not necessary. I don't want to do it. So they are not getting divorced. Yeah, anyway, just before Cam and Spencer were going to put their plan in motion at the pool, Spencer runs into Esme. And I'm sure that Esme is going to, you know, distract Spencer for a while. And Cameron's going to have to try to do the plan on his own. And Cameron, even before that, was like, please don't leave me hanging. So you just know it's going to end in disaster. Tisha Marshall, you said, I don't believe Spencer actually loves Trina as much as he thinks, or he would have put his trust in her and Ava, be her ride or die. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, he might, but, you know, if Spencer is as dumb as his father, like, you know, he might think that his plan is better than just telling Trina the truth, which it's obviously not. I think we all know that as an audience. We are intelligent beings, but, yeah, you know, Spencer's a mess. Trina deserves better. Angel, you said, I can't wait for Ava to find out about Esme and Nick, though. Oh my god, I know. That's going to be so crazy. I don't think it's going to happen for a while, though. Oh, and Spencer found a bottle of the opioid pills that Esme used to put in Trina's hot toddy. That is true. But he can't, like, he doesn't have any inkling that Trina was drugged, right? Like, no, like, for whatever reason, they all just assumed she was that drunk. But when is someone going to be like, you know, I guess Trina has to drink more in order to be like, you know what, I can hold my liquor. What happened that night? Not that we condone underage drinking, but I'm just saying. Alright, since we kind of talked about Britt, let's quickly talk about Cody. He is clearly interested in getting to know her a little better, mostly because of her father Faison. I'm still really intrigued to know why, like what his connection to Faison was. I think that probably has to do with whatever Selena was blackmailing Britt with. Like, he has to know something, right? And, you know, Cody's already blackmailing Spinelli. So... yeah, he's sticking around town longer. That's not great news for Spinelli. He's blackmailing in exchange for money and his talents on whatever Spinelli is up to, which we're still not really clear on, which is really frustrating. But yeah. Like, you can tell that Sam knows Spinelli's up to no good, but she needs to stop trying to confront Spinelli and just start using her PI skills to just look into what is going on. Clearly she's taking a break from, like, tracking down Esme's nanny, so she might as well work on this. Tisha, you said Spencer was always a mess. I don't know why GH writers decided to pair him up with Trina in the first place. Well, Trina needed some kind of love interest her age, but, you know, like, Sydney's Trina and Spencer had great chemistry. This current Trina, she doesn't have bad chemistry with him. It's not as, like, bright, but yeah. The way that they've been writing Spencer with Trina has just been so annoying, and our girl Trina deserves better. Curious, you don't trust Cody at all. Yeah, Spencer hasn't done anything with those pills, or does he realize? Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. He told Britt and Sam. Yeah, he did tell Britt about the drugs, but he didn't mention, like, whose they were. Like, he didn't mention anything. I guess he talked about it to Sam, but they can't really... How are they going to connect that to what happened in the cabin, you know? Angel, you don't care about Cody because he's not hot enough for me. Listen, how hot a character is shouldn't kind of factor in on whether you're interested in them as a character or not. You can enjoy them more because of it, but, you know, there are, you know, quote-unquote characters that I'm not attracted to physically that I am very into as characters. Even if Cody wasn't a looker, I think I'd be intrigued to know, like, a looker in my opinion anyway. Y'all know I love low maintenance men. But despite that, I think Cody would be an intriguing character because I want to know his connection to Faison. Where was I in my notes? Oh yeah, can we talk about Carly now? Because this woman, she done messed up her life. She sold her half of the Metrocourt thinking voting Valentine out and having Aurora and ELQ merge would be a shoo-in, and it wasn't. So, Carly's basically about to lose everything off but the shirt on her back. And both Drew and Olivia have both offered to try and help her out, and she turns them both down. Personally, I think she should have taken Olivia's help, because, first of all, it's Ned's fault in the first place that Valentine got the vote in. And, like, you know, the fact that Olivia was offering to buy her half and, like, do, like, a payment plan, that's a great opportunity, but her excuse was that she thinks that Michael and Drew would frown upon getting Ned's help. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that they'd want her to, like, spend Ned's money. You know what I mean? Like, Ned did this to all of them. The least he can do is help you get back the Metrocourt from the investment that she lost because of him. But I'm also, like, I don't know, let's, like, I don't, what was I gonna say? Olivia brings up Sunny, saying you should ask him for help because Sunny owes you, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like, yeah, Sunny done messed up. But does he owe her, you know, buying her half of the Metrocourt? And I feel like that would also look bad for the Metrocourt if Sunny owned it. Carly got karma for her insider training. Yeah, that's true. Also, accept help Carly. Wow. No kidding. But yeah, like, who do you guys think Carly should go to help for out of the three? Like, Drew, Olivia, Ned, or Sunny? What do y'all think? My vote was for Olivia and Ned. Carly wants to be free of Sunny anyway, right? So that's my opinion on that. Jacarius, you say Olivia? Angel, you feel like they dumbed down Carly for the storyline? Why would she sell her part of the hotel? Yeah, no kidding. That was so, like, I mean, impulsive. But I guess Carly genuinely thought that that was a shoo-in, because I doubt that she figured Ned would vote with Valentine. Laura, you said I bet Nina or Victor but bought the other half of the Metrocourt. I don't think Nina did. I really don't think Nina did. Victor is definitely a possibility, though. He's in there an awful lot. I mean, I know Nina is too because her office is there, but she has no reason to buy the Metrocourt. Alright, but let's talk about the Quartermaines in general now. So everyone is reeling over Valentine remaining in power, Ned voting against his family, and Valentine putting the kibosh on the ELQ and Aurora merger, and gave Ned a role with power. Willow was looking a little pale, so Michael suggested that she go relax at the pool at the Metrocourt and he'll meet her there after he and Drew have a word with Ned. Naturally, they asked him why he voted with Valentine, and he was like, y'all didn't offer me shit, so I went with Valentine. And like, I'm kind of mad about that. Not just because that gives Valentine a win again, which y'all know frustrates me to no end. But did we not see him and Lucy like the previous week, like the Friday, like talk about how, you know, the fact that the Qs had a common enemy in Valentine, like brought them together and they're not fighting anymore, and that, you know, if they oust Valentine, then all the infighting within the family would happen again. And that seemed to sway him a little bit, but he didn't mention that at all. So that frustrated me a bit more, because I feel like if he had mentioned that he did kind of have the family in mind when voting for Valentine, then I think it would have sort of eased the tension a little bit. But he didn't mention it, so he just seemed like he was hungry for the power and nothing more. However, with that said, the fact that Michael and Drew didn't offer him equal power is a dick move on their part. So it's like, I can kind of see, like, I like, part of me is like, Drew and Michael really deserve that, but also, like, Valentine winning, I hate it. Angel, you said Carly better call Jax and have him wire her money off screen. Yeah, no kidding. You would say that woman named Lee? Who's Lee? Do you mean like that, the woman that's with Spinelli, like Zelda? I think her name is Zelda, right? Nina could do it because Olivia was mad disrespectful. She was, but someone had already bought the Metro Court already before that, so, you know, that's the thing, like, that happened after the fact. Angel, you said I would take the Olivia and Ned help. Yeah, I would too. The pale face makeup was very strong. True. And yeah, Michael and Drew deserved it. Damn right they did. Dickheads. Oh, man. But yeah, Ned has pretty much isolated himself from everyone. And Olivia did say that she'll still be there for him. But that what he did was ridiculous and irresponsible. And would mess up, you know, the family bond in the worst way. Oh, Brad's aunt. So, Selena, you mean. Selena Wu. Oh, man. But yeah, oh, y'all, Leo. Can we talk about Leo for a second? So, he was being so sweet. He could see that his family was fighting and that everyone was mad at Ned. And he was outside with Michael, and he was like, I want to go see the horses, but, you know, mommy and daddy are fighting. And Michael, like, offers to, like, help him go to the stables and everything. And then he gets the call saying that Willow has collapsed and is being taken to GH. And he just leaves Leo. Like, I don't think he even, like, told Leo that he was going anywhere. I think he just dipped, which I can't blame him because Willow's being rushed to the hospital. But, like, the least he could have done was, like, brought Leo back to the house and, like, told Olivia, you know, even if he's mad at Ned, like, boy, be responsible. That was so ridiculous. Angel, you said Valentine is actually doing good with the LQ. Why stop him? He's making the family money. Yeah, like, from that point of view, I can see that too. And, you know, everyone was saying, like, Valentine got ELQ under Ned's watch, so that kind of factored in maybe a little bit to maybe Michael and Ned's decision or Michael and Drew's decision to sort of oust Ned a little bit, but still. It's just Valentine winning for me. I have a hard time with because I don't like him. But yeah, now let's talk about Willow, alright? So she goes to the Metro Court and she is, you know, looking pale, and everyone can see it. Sunny's there, Nina's there, Sasha's there, Obrecht is there as well. And Willow ends up collapsing in Sunny's arms, and Sunny and Sasha take her to the hospital. And then, yeah, she gets tests done, and it turns out that Willow is pregnant. And I swear to God, like, I can't deal with pregnancies on this show anymore. It happens every damn year. I'm so over it. And obviously Michael gets to the hospital and Willow tells him that she's pregnant, and they have this conversation like, do you want this baby? Do you want this baby? Like, awkward, but like, does it matter now in the States? Yikes. Like, if she didn't want it, like, she's either gonna have to go to California or like put him up for adoption, like her original baby. But we all about women's rights here in Canada, so man. But yeah, anyway, Sasha was at the hospital too because she brought her there with Sunny, and she overheard from the nurse that Willow was pregnant, and that sort of sent her spiraling out of control a little bit, and she ends up meeting up with the shady photographer and gets drugs. And I'm actually really worried because, I mean, the situation, what's going on with Sasha right now, like, she's facing a lot of pressure just in general. Like, the new pressure that she had to face from her upcoming interview, where they had to basically change, the script around to please whoever is promoting their products. And then also the little comment Sasha made saying that she didn't recognize the drugs. Like, that actually has me really worried that something is going to go really wrong during the interview and she's going to have some kind of, like, overdose or something. I'm so terrified for her. Did they call the pool chair a chase? That's what they're called? Is that what they called it? A chase? I don't even remember that. Vicarious, you said high risk pregnancy, but I mean, it very well could be a high risk pregnancy. It's just, the fainting is not because of the pregnancy, because she was fainting 3 months ago, and they even pointed that out on the show, and she wasn't pregnant yet. So there's something else going on with Willow, and whatever it is, it's going to make this pregnancy high risk as well. And whatever is wrong with Willow in that sense, like, I think that's going to be what segues into finding out who her biological mom is. Ay. Yeah, exactly, Angel. A chase lounge. I've never heard that expression before. We just call them lounge chairs over here. Oh, they are in New York. They can abort. Okay, so that's another, like, sort of sovereign state. Looks like Gladys is hovering. Isn't doing any good. Yeah, no kidding, right? Well, I mean, even Sasha said it the other week herself. She's like, whether you're here or not, I could get the drugs if I wanted them. And sure enough, she did. Like, Sasha wasn't lying. Is the Home and Health Network GH's version of the Hallmark Channel or Lifetime? Probably, Angel. But yeah, I'm really worried for Sasha. Something's gonna happen, I know it. A chase lounge, it's the lounge chair that are also chases that are like in the house, that are like typically one arm, like those weird Victorian chairs. I've still never heard the expression though. Chase's chair in French. Un chase. Oh, ironically, in my notes next is Chase and Brooklyn. So speaking of Chase, Brooke is feeling a little guilty for Chase punching Link and getting in trouble again just before his suspension was up, and now his suspension has been extended. She tried to do a number of things to help him, including trying to make deals with Link, offering to lie to the PCPD, even trying to get Sunny to take care of Link. but Sunny used actual logic and said that it would make Chase look like a dirty cop if he accepts a favor from Sunny Corinthos, even if it's with Brooklyn as an intermediary. So, you know, he did apologize for not being able to help Link sing like a canary to the board, which gave Brooklyn an idea. I'm not sure what. Like, maybe I'm just tired, but, like, I don't see what she could come up with from what Sunny said. You know? But if y'all want to fill me in, please do. Hey, Freddy, you said Nina is about to have another grandchild. Yeah, right? And don't even know it. All because of Carly the Witch of keeping people's paternities a secret. Yeah, that seems to be a trend for Carly. Yeah. I mean, hopefully Carly feels guilty. Especially if Willow is, you know, dealing with a rare disease that could kill her. But by the way, I should mention that Obrecht was at the pool too, and she was helping Willow before she was taken to the hospital. But Nina and her were discussing Scott and why she turned down his proposal, and she said that the reason why she turned it down is because Scott was only asking because he felt bad for getting her to help Laura, his ex, with something. And, you know, to an extent she's right, and Nina did ask her if, you know, if there was a different time where Scott proposed, would she say yes? And she didn't give an answer, but you know she would. And then, of course, Victor shows up and tries to be like, oh, you turned down his proposal. Like, we still have a chance. And Obrecht just looks at him like, yeah, no. Whereas here we call them lounge chairs in Missouri. All of New England, hey Laura? The continuation of the Michael Corinthos curse, everyone. Yeah, true. Oh my god, if Willow dies. Oh lord. You know, like, I don't like, you guys know I don't like Willow and Michael as a couple. I liked Willow with Chase. I liked Willow as a character before she was with Michael, even on her own. So I don't want her to die. Like, I want her to survive so that she can dip from Michael and find a better love story. Ugh, just a mess. I suppose there's not much more to talk about, but Dex was also around this week. Hot as he is, like, I think Dex is hot, but as soon as as soon as it was revealed that he was working for Michael, I was kind of over it already. But basically, Brando clearly doesn't trust Dex, and he obviously has reason to. But Sunny is asking him to give Dex a chance and to let him grow because, you know, Dex apologized for trying to go after Michael, and Dex even thanked Brando for, you know, setting him straight or getting him in trouble for that. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think Michael's obviously going to have to change his angle a little bit. Because, you know, Sunny did help Willow, and I think as much as he hates to admit it, like, he's probably grateful. Yeah, Dex is hot. H-A-W-T. For real. But yeah, they're already ruining his story, though. Dex could be a very fun character. But he's working for Michael. For Michael! Dex might die, though, being a plant in Sunny's organization. Yeah. Very well could be. But, you know, Dante survived a shot, like, point blank into the chest. No reason why Dex can't either. I want Dex to stick around and to just, you know, maybe double cross both Michael and Sunny. Yeah, storyline-wise, I think the only thing left to really mention is that Valentine and Anna's potential relationship could be in turmoil because she believes Victor killed Luke, which, you know, he probably did. And even though Valentine isn't Victor, Anna can see that there is something going on with him that he's not letting her in on. And, you know, Felicia brings up ELQ to her, and she's like, no, it's something more than that. Anna has good instincts. She just needs to know how to use them. Oh my god, Angel. He will make a hot corpse. You sick woman! But you're right. Oh man. But yeah, I don't think I left anything out, like storyline wise, did I? Y'all, if y'all want to let me know. Michael acting like Sunny, Carly, and AJ. Chip off the old block. Man, honestly, I think Michael would have been a much more entertaining character if he was actually acting like Carly and AJ. Like, I feel like the way that they wrote Drew Garrett's Michael, like the previous actor, was like way more Carly and AJ as hell. Like, he was a mess. Hey, Sandy. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, we reviewed the show. We just finished, but I'm asking if I left anything out, but you can share your thoughts, though, since you're here. I didn't think I'd get through all those, you know, all the storyline plots as fast as I did. So, we got time to kill. But yeah, you guys can all share your thoughts on what you thought of GH this week. Or if there's anything more you want to talk about GH related wise. Any GH news. I love Drew Garrett. He is still so hot. Yeah, Drew Garrett, like, he's even had a glow up since playing Michael too, so. Nah, I think Drew is very hot. I wish he was still playing Michael, but mostly because the way that they wrote his version of Michael was much more entertaining than the Michael that we see today. I feel like Michael was very much written like Morgan ended up being written once they recasted Morgan. Like, Brian Craig kind of took over the way Michael was written before. And they turned Michael into like a bit of a blue-collar nerd. Which, when you look at like the two versions, you're like, how did that even happen? Well, Laura, you said, okay, the dating app lady said that they were going to make Brit top priority. Well, oh yeah. Who do you think they're going to try to set her up with next? Hard to I mean, they're probably going to try to set her up with Cody. Because they're trying to get rid of their Cody problem in the first place, right? They're going to try to set them up. Angel, yeah, Lexi Ainsworth is back on set, finally. She's done touring around Europe, and she's been brought back to the show. I don't really know what they're going to do with her character, and I feel like it's not like Lexi was doing much before she was traveling, and they barely utilized her then. So, I mean, I hope it's something meaty, but I just don't have much faith in that. And I love Lexi. I think that Lexi is a talented actress, and like they utilize her so little, it's a crime. Truly. Like, I think among the Corinthos kids, she's the best actor out of all of them. Hopefully Britt gets a hotter dude than Cody. Mom's sitting here telling me she thinks Cody is going to be one of Faison's kid. I really don't think so. They already did that with Britt and Nathan, right? Like Britt and Nathan almost dated, and then, you know, turned out they were related. I don't think they'll do that a second time. I think Cody worked with Faison. Laura, you said hope so, he's okay, but I don't see it being some passionate love scene with them. They bicker like siblings. Man. What is Cody up to? I'm not sure. He's blackmailing... Well, I mean, he's blackmailing Spinelli. That much we know. And he wants to get Britt to know Britt more because of her connection to Faison for some reason. But why, we don't know yet. Freddie, you said the best storyline of all is when Michael knows the truth when Sonny killed AJ and Carly knew about it and covered it up. That was the only time I liked Chad's Michael. Truly. That storyline was entertaining. Because, Michael used to worship the ground that Sonny walked upon. And it was nice to see Michael kind of get over that. And I know, a similar thing is happening, but Michael has become even more unlikable now than he was back then. So I'm not here for it. It's so stupid to me. Nathan, you said, who would have thought Sam and Dante propping Cody? They really don't know what to do with Sante. I mean, I do like that Dante has another friend, but let's, I want to dig into Dante and Cody's past a bit more. I think there's more there than meets the eye. Still an update on Donna's spina bifida and Disability Pride Month. Yeah. Nothing. Not a thing. Curious. Yeah, Michael is so unlikable now. It's true. Or you said General Hospital is like magic, disabilities disappear. But they do, yeah. Do a check-in with Amy's brother, though. Well, I mean, Amy's brother, the actor is not on the show anymore. Because he moved, so... It's unfortunate. Sante is boring, let's be honest. They could, any couple could be written excitingly, and they don't seem to know how to do it. Even the worst couples can be, interestingly written about. Jacarius, yeah, you miss Drew Garrett too. Yeah, so do I. Whoever thought it was a good idea to put Sam and Dante together is so dry and boring. I mean, it's just the weirdness surrounding Dante's return in the first place. Dante's return has been jarring because I think everyone assumed that when they were bringing Dante back that they were going to reunite Dante and Lulu, and then Lulu was pretty much killed off. So... And it's hard to invest in Dante and Sam. Even if you like them as a couple, it's hard to invest in them when you know that the second that Lulu wakes up, it's gonna kind of swing back to them. Whoever is playing Lulu at that point. But Lulu is obviously going to come back at some point. I hate to say it, but it's time for Lulu to come out of her coma. That's what I'm saying. Y'all know I want Julie to play her. And I don't know if Emmy Rowland would come back to play her. High-key, I hope not, actually. Like I said, you can't invest in Dante and Sam, whether you like them or not, because we know that Lulu is just around the corner. So, I mean, it could be a few years, but, she's there. They're gonna bring her back at some point, and then it's gonna be like a triangle. Don't be shocked if DZ leaves the show, even if Lulu returns. Wouldn't that be ironic? Lulu finally comes back and then Dante's the one that leaves? Somebody needs to come back and play Lulu at this point. Yeah, I'd accept another recast, honestly. If they can't get Julie in, bring someone else. At the very least, it'll make Dante and Sam more interesting to have, Lulu come back. It'll also end them most likely, but I'm not going to be shocked if Dante leaves again. I don't think Dominic's going to go anywhere. I mean, I think he came back because he wanted a stable job. And I think as long as he has that with GH, he's not going to go anywhere. Freddie, you said Ryan and Esme's relationship is puke-worthy. Yes, I agree. I don't think they are father and daughter unless they do a DNA test. Wouldn't that be something if Esme just assumed Ryan Chamberlain was her dad? Because we gotta also think, like, what woman is dumb enough to hook up with that? I know some people think that Felicia is her mom. There's just no way in hell. First of all, there's no way. There's no time frame in which that is possible. Dante doesn't have no storyline at all. Yeah. I mean, I am glad that they brought him back, like, in time for Mike to show up for Mike's funeral. Because of how close they were during, like, the last few months of his life. But after that, yeah, he's kind of just been floating. I'd love for the writers to make Dante fun again, though. You know, like, Dante's, like, funny personality from, like, when he first came on the show. Right, it's Esme's zaddy, I told y'all. Oh, man. Nathan, you said Robert Adamson is back on GH July 7th as new Michael. I'm surprised to see him back already. Could Chad be out? I don't think so. I think that some episodes may have been shot out of order, and this is kind of what we're seeing happen. Because things likely would have had to been shuffled around in the first place for different reasons. Unless Ryan took Felicia's eggs somehow, I don't know how. And put them in who, though? You know what I mean? Like, who would be dumb enough to let themselves get implanted in from Ryan Chamberlain? I just don't think that's the case. And also, I think that they would get someone that looked a bit more like Felicia. Because we know that at the very least, GH is really good at casting, like, family. So to me, she doesn't look like Felicia. Yeah, Chad is still Michael. I'm pretty sure they filmed out of order. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they kind of go by, like, sets and availability, right? So, a lot of scenes are likely shot out of order. T. Cherie, you said, I don't want to change the subject, but Spencer Cassadine deserves better writing. I mean, the whole show does. Well, let's be real. Make him that bold, fierce, free-spirited, rebellious, independent, smart, and compassionate guy again. Yeah, they need to do that with Spencer again. I mean, I think once he's freed from Esme, then they could easily do that. But he's gonna have to work hard to make himself worthy of Trina again. Laura, you said Ryan had... Oh, yeah, you're right. Ryan had lots of admirers that... There are always crazy women. Remember, they had that conversation about how he used people and stuff. That's true. That's true. And we saw that he definitely had his fan base because of all the letters that he got from people. Angel, you said, Chat looks like he can cook a steak, though, watching his live. I didn't watch his live. There might be something interesting about him. There might be something interesting about Chad. I don't know about Michael, though. They should make Heather Weber Esme's mom. Oh, good lord. Can you imagine? Heather and Ryan, like, spawning. Oh, Esme. I mean, she does kind of give off classic Heather vibes, though, doesn't she? Like pre-LSD Heather. Exactly. Heather and Ryan, child. Exactly. My gosh. Sorry guys, I'm just going over my notes and seeing if I left anything out, but I don't think so. Don't give them a reason to bring back Heather Weber. Stop. Man. I'm just legitimately surprised that they never brought her back for, like, Franco's death. That shocked me. And it took them so long to, like, make Heather, like, a suspect in whatever was going on with Elizabeth. Which, by the way, where is she? Where is Liz? What's going on in Shady Brook right now? Freddie, you said this version of Nicholas is not Nicholas. They made him completely stupid by it. Yeah, they did. Sleeping with Esme and being so easily manipulated while the real Nicholas is locked up in an attic. Yeah. Laura, you said I don't know. Heather and Helena could shake some shit up. I want some evil woman back. Maybe Claudia, but she's really dead. Yeah, she was pretty dead. Like, they dug up her body. Like, and used it again. Curious, yeah, you happy Franco's gone? So am I. I'm glad they didn't bring back Heather for Liz crazy mess. Like, I just think that she should have made, like, even one appearance to just, like, be like, no, it wasn't me. Like, just some proof that she, you know, it wasn't her. Even if they just, like, have her interviewed and, like, put her back into her cage, wherever she is. Every GH character is presumed dead. Yeah, but you know, if your corpse is already dug up, that's pretty dead. It's like Julian, you know. Julian was body bagged. You know, I think the reality is, especially now, is that while we can suspend our beliefs as viewers, like, there comes a point in time where you have to, like, make deaths final for some characters, because then it becomes ridiculous. Whatever happened to Olivia's premonitions anyway from Heather's drugs? I think it just kind of finally wore off after a few years. They haven't really mentioned it since, I think, Phase On, right? So, like, the last couple of things that it was like Phase On and the fact that Maxie was carrying Spinelli's baby instead of Lulu and Dante's. They have dumbed down characters to fit Esme's storyline. Yep. Yeah, Olivia's LSD wore off. The fact that LSD made her psychic, first of all. That in itself was the stupidest storyline. So, like, you know, LSD made Heather crazy, but it made Olivia psychic. I don't think LSD can do that, y'all. I only ever tried it once. No, I'm not even gonna lie, in my early 20s. And, you know, I hallucinated slightly, but that was it. Mind you, I didn't overdose on it, so, maybe I would have become psychic. Who knows? I doubt it. Find me a news story that proves that. Oh, lordy. But yeah, guys, we talked about GH. Any predictions for this week? Laura, you said, I think what they were trying to write was two different types of trippers, the spiritual loving mother goddess and the crazy psycho. You tried LSD. I was a wild thing in my early 20s, you know, I did the experimentation stuff and whatever. I didn't try everything. I'm not that dumb. But I did try it once on a birthday. I'm in my 30s now, y'all. I was like 21, I think, when I tried it. Jake, you think it'll be a dull week? Hope you're wrong. Yeah, I hope you're wrong too. I mean, trying to think about like what could happen, but like the only potential like excitement might be the Sasha stuff. Nothing else really seems. Oh, when does Trina go to court? We don't have a date. I mean, she has a date, but we didn't hear the date yet. But I don't think it's coming up that fast because otherwise Curtis, Marshall, and TJ would be trying to go a little bit faster with their proof, and same with Rory. But likely, you know, probably towards the end of summer, I would imagine. Laura, you said, I predict we're going to have a lot to talk about next week. I really think we're going to have to yell at the TV once or twice, or at least speak sternly to the characters when they're idiotic. That's definitely a possibility. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. None of the storylines are really coming to a climax. So it's just gonna be, I feel like it could be just a coasting week. Maybe some filler stuff, but some stories gotta move, hopefully. Do we think Sasha's going to go live on live TV all drugged out and everyone's going to know? Or you think she's going to hold it together? I think that I think something definitely is going to happen to Sasha when she goes live on TV. 100%. 100%. Gary, you said free Trina. Nathan, you said, when do you think we're going to find out? Or, unfortunately, Curtis is Trina's real father. I mean, we already found that out, right? It's Curtis that needs to find out. The audience is already in on it. Brooklyn, you think Mac is Esme's father? That's, I mean, maybe. Oh, that'd be so messed up. Freddie said Sasha really needs to get some help. Yeah, she almost died the first time because of Cyrus, yeah. Sasha's dealer trying to be the official photographer makes me think he's got an ulterior motive. Yeah, I think he wanted in on that specifically to capture Sasha in a drugged out moment. That wouldn't surprise me. Zoom. But yeah, I honestly, Sasha's the only interesting thing that's probably gonna happen next week. But yeah, I guess we'll wrap this up, guys. Not much more to talk about, but thanks for joining me. Ooh, what other experimentations did you do, Dion? You know what, Angel? You know, various like party drugs, but never stuff like meth and anything like that, because I'm not that stupid. But you know, I tried like, you know, typical drugs that people would have at raves, because you know, I had my rave moments and stuff. But you know, a lot of it was just kind of meh to me. It's one of the things like I tried it, over it. Do you think Trina, Curtis, Portia, and Taggart will come to forgive, love, and accept Spencer? Ooh, I don't know. I mean, if they see that Spencer was just trying to help, like, it might help a little bit, but the fact that how he treated Trina, like, I don't think that would necessarily justify his actions, especially towards Trina's parents. Like, he's gonna have to work on them forgiving him, or he's gonna have to come through in a big way for her. That'd be something if Sasha fainted on live on the interview. Sandy, is weed legal in Canada? Yep, it is. It is legal in Canada. Sold in stores. You can smoke it, you know, anywhere. I mean, not inside, obviously, not inside restaurants and stuff, but yeah, it is legal. Across the country. Weed, I smoke it sometimes, but I'm not, you know, I don't go out of my way to buy it. If someone offers it at a party, sure, but I've never bought weed. Like, I'm just not that interested in it. It just makes me tired. And even if I'm at a party, it's like, I'll take one if it's like the end of the night. Because Lord knows, anytime I try to take it middle of the party, then I'm like out of it for the rest. And that's just not fun. Not a fun thing for me. My mom smokes it more than I do, honestly. Sandy, you're on your way. Yeah, it's so funny. Like I've mentioned before, my friends are touring in America, and there are some states where it's legal, right? But they're having to like figure out which state it is legal in and which state it isn't, so that they don't get in trouble. Because, you know, Canadians being arrested across the border can be good. Angel, you laughing at me? Listen, you had to know. All my friends are like punk rock musicians and, you know, just really eccentric people. So, you know, from time to time, it, you know, it happened. Laura, you said wrong, but if you're getting tired of sativa or hydrate. See, I know nothing about, you know, about weed in general. Like, I don't know anything about what weed is what. That's how little I do it, okay? Sandy, it's legal in Maine. Smoke one on your way past. There you go. There you go. Dion, you need a weed course, that's all. But, you know, I don't care enough. Like, I don't need, like, I am content, like, if I'm at a party, I'm perfectly content with just having a few drinks and, you know, calling it. Freddie, you said, I'm so sick of GH constantly making Jordan a terrible police commissioner and never putting the bad guys away. Yeah, no kidding, right? Laura, I'm from Los Angeles. As soon as I moved, they made it legal. Oh, man. Weed is sometimes decriminalized in some states. You gotta stay in the house to be safe all through 50 states. It's interesting, like, even in Canada, before it was made legal, like, it wasn't a big deal to smoke it. Like, on, like, 420, they always had, like, this event right outside of the legislature building where you could just smoke it, like, right on the property. And that's, like, the government building, y'all, in Alberta, the legislature building. And I went once or twice, I think I went twice to the legislature building just to partake, and I video blogged about it for like some summer in YEG video blogs a few years back. Actually, the one vlog that I did do it on was like the year before they legalized it. But we already knew that it was on the verge of being legalized. I'm in backward Georgia where nothing is legal. Oh boy. I'm sorry, Sandy. It's okay outside here, just not in state parks. Okay. camp around and hangouts. Carrie said GH may have diversity, but they don't know how to do black characters right, and that's just my opinion. Man. Yeah, it's well, I think I don't know where I heard this. Maybe it was Sydney's interview, or maybe it was Tabiana's interview. One or the other, whether it was like Sydney's exit or Tabiana's entrance. I think that one of them got advice from the rest of the actors that are African American on GH, and they said that, you know, you have to make the character black. Like you need to like embrace that, so that the characters can come off as authentic. So I think the actors, thankfully, do a good enough job to sort of make their characters black, but they also have to work with the writing that's given to them, which kind of sucks. I think overall, GH, and they probably can't fit this into their budget, but they need people on the set that can advise them of certain things. Oh, okay, it was Tabiana Sandy? Thank you. Laura, you said you were talking to a lady from work, and we were actually talking about that and how they used to have black characters who just sort of disappeared, weren't they? Quartermains? Yeah, the Ward family. Maya was the last Ward that we seen, and I think Mary May was her great-great-grandmother, I believe. But yeah, they you know what, GH needs black writers, yeah. Or like consultants, you know, like people that can like give their input while the show is writing these characters and trying to make things seem authentic. Because they, like, just in general, they used to do that for hospital storylines on the show. They had a consultant that would help them tell these storylines realistically. Like back in the day, this hasn't been a thing, I don't think, at all during Frank Valentini's time, which is why we don't really get these kind of storylines anymore and why they don't last anymore. But like, and it's probably why we don't see surgeries anymore too, like really, because like the things that they would say during surgery, you know, they were very, you know, specific things that they have to say during the surgery. They have to know what goes on in surgeries. That was something that GH had, you know, a consultant in that sense too. You know, they just need consultants on any time that they are tackling something that deserves a bit more thought. And unfortunately, you know, soap budgets, y'all. Tyler Perry or Quincy Jones. You know, GH couldn't even afford half of Tyler Perry. You know? Like, sad as it sounds. Oh, man. That's why I'm thankful that the actors that are playing the black characters on the show do, you know, they work together to make sure that they come across authentic in their performances, at least. I don't think any of these shows are better. Yeah. GH needs some help. Sandy, you said not Tyler, please. Yeah, no, they need consultants on a lot of different storylines that they try to do on here. They need to bring back a bit more realism to the show. Maya left Ethan with an Andre lookalike. I would love to see Maya back though, but it would be weird to have her on and not have Ethan on. But I really don't think that Maya would show up in Port Charles again. Like, Edward's gone, Tracy's gone. Luke's gone. Everyone that she interacted with was gone now. I think she hung out with Maxie once. And Brooklyn, like, once as well. Back when Adrienne was playing her. But yeah, I wouldn't mind the Ward family coming back, though. The Wards were special. Mostly because of Mary May. She was just a really likable character. Alright guys, well it's nearly 9 o'clock in my time, so I think we should end this here, hey? Black Rider like Tyler would make GH a hit. Well, one could hope. But again, GH couldn't afford Tyler. GH couldn't afford T, okay? Just the one letter. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it here, guys. Thanks for hanging out and talking about GH with me. I will see you guys Wednesday if you join in. We're going to talk, or we're going to react to the videos we couldn't react to because the live stream failed so hard last week. Oh my god, it was horrible. But everything's fixed now. So we should be able to watch some old school GH with no problems. But yeah, I'll end this video like I do all the other ones. If you liked this live stream, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to. I would really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys this Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.